YouTube's best personality. In this contest, the contestants will be given a thing to talk about in each episode. They will get feedback, and based on who made the least interesting entry, they will be eliminated one by one until the winner remains. The winner gets the ego boost of winning, a nice diploma and an interview, a channel trailer made with love, and an honest video review for 5 of their videos. So let's get started right away.
Hi, I'm Spice/Julie, and I love to sing and voice act. I am 16 years old. I am a female, even though I may sound like a young boy. Let's see how I got my online name. There's a song by Lynn Kagamine. It's a Vocaloid song. It is called Spice. And back in the old days, my young days of being a baby meme, on Tumblr, my URL was Hoto na Spaisu, which is 3 consecutive lyrics from Spice. And so people just started calling me by the name of the song, and it kind of stuck. So now it's like a thing with me. Yeah, I love to sing and voice act, like I said. I love to play video games. I like to read and hang out with my friends. People say I'm a pretty good person. I try to be friends with, like, anyone and everyone. People say I make them laugh a lot. Like, sometimes I just come out with some things. So, anyway, thanks for the chance to be in this. Yeah.
Hello, Spice. I think this was a nice and simple presentation, but with a few problems. A little bit of laughter is good, because it makes you sound friendly and someone who's easy to deal with, but you overused it a little bit and it came off as a nervous laughter. It all seemed a bit too pushed for me, and if you just try to relax more for future episodes, I think you will do great. You seem like a nice person, so you don't have to try so hard. Welcome to the show.
Hi, my name is Deshawn, and I go by Blue Cerberus. I just turned 20. And I'm a recording artist. I play the trombone, as a thing that I've loved to do ever since I was in 6th grade, and I've kept up with it ever since. I work at the local McDonald's. It's a pretty good experience. I must say I've been there for about 2 years now, and it's taught me a lot about, interactions with strangers and give good customer service and all that other stuff. I got into voice acting. I was curious about it. And, I've always wanted to do that because one day I hope to make my own anime. Go to Japan, and just immerse myself in the industry. So while I'm here, I want to have fun. Thank you.
Before I say anything, let me just remind you that in a competition like this, you are always compared to each other. And I can't possibly say anything about your personality because I don't know you. The only thing I can judge is your presentation and how you present yourself. And I'm sorry to say that compared to some other competitors, this was not a good presentation in my opinion. It failed to catch my interest, and part of the reason why is because you took way too many pauses. I edited some of it out, but the pauses made it seem like you didn't really have a clear idea of what to say. You probably would have done a better job if you made a shorter presentation instead of thinking about what to say next just to fill the time. If you can't think of interesting things to say, you're not going to catch the interest of others either. But of course I can only speak for myself. If you survive this round, I hope you will be able to prove me wrong next time.
Greetings, my children. 'Tis I, Ritz. Yes, that's the name that I go by on my YouTube channel, as they call it. Yes, splendid. Let's see, there are so many places I could start with this, but I never know what to say. But I do enjoy myself video games quite thoroughly, from Halo to Mortal Kombat, Soul Calibur, Scribblenauts, Nintendogs. You didn't hear that last one. But yes, I get pretty competitive when playing with and or poning other people as it is. Although if you play those games, there's a good chance you're actually better than I am. But I also spend a fair share of time with anime and manga, of course. Such fun things to do when I don't want to do anything else, which is pretty darn often. Great pastimes and great escapes. Yes, I think my personality is pretty splendid, but my personality is reaching the minute mark, so I have to stop this. Thank you for listening.
I think you might have an unfair advantage, because just about anything sounds interesting with that accent. Sure, it might not have been the most thoughtful presentation, but I'm definitely interested in hearing what you have to say next when you actually have something to talk about. So you definitely made me want to hear more, and that was the whole point of this anyway, so good job.
Alright, how y'all doing? My name is Joshua Hippie. I don't like to put any barriers up. I am who I am. I try to be as nice as I can to everybody I know. In my free time, I do a lot of baking and just general cooking. I love to cook with oils. Whenever I make meat or vegetables, I do a lot of stir fry or anything in a pan, and I really do. I enjoy that. I don't play as many video games as I used to because of that. As you can tell by my voice, it may not be the most perfect of qualities, but it's there. It's where it needs to be. I can change it how I need to fit different roles. I can't do any high-pitched roles, but that's what that is. I work in a restaurant, so I have a lot of opportunity to talk to people, and I like to think that I'm pretty good with them, but every now and then I do have my moments where I snap and I get a little bit rude, but I apologize right afterwards, because I'm pretty sensitive.
Hello there. A small tip. Try speaking in a higher pitch than you usually do when recording, because otherwise you risk ending up in a lower pitch than you can handle, which makes your voice sound tired. I had the same problem before, but when I started talking like this, it dramatically improved, so you should try that. Because you do sound tired in this presentation, and it ended up sounding boring and monotonal. I'm sorry to say that.
My name is Stephen Patitucci, known on YouTube as Bandapat. I like to consider myself a very outgoing person. I'm not afraid to be who I am in public, and I really don't care what people think about me. If people want to think negative stuff about me, they can go right ahead, because I really don't care about it. I have many hobbies, gaming, drawing, but the one thing that I love to do the most is magic. I love doing magic. I love to entertain people, and it just brings me great joy to just see the shock on people's faces when I appear to make the impossible a reality, and that's what I believe magic is. Magic is an art, and it is a good way to let your mind escape from what is reality, if you get what I'm saying.
Alright, you have a natural charisma, perhaps more noticeable in your first presentation, in which you were more humorous. You actually submitted 2 presentations, which was not really the idea, but it wasn't against the rules either. But I chose this one, as it is more interesting in a way. I mean, we get to see your magic, and who doesn't love magic? I think you did a great job with giving us a glimpse of who you are, and I most definitely want to see more from you.
Hi, my name is Chris Rosebrough. First thing I noticed that I need to agree to the rules. I agree to the rules. I'm a male and I'm 21 years old. My birthday's in October, so by the time this rolls around, I might be 22. So let's get this cracking. I'm a college senior. I'm going to be student teaching pretty soon. That being said, I'm an education major focusing on unified certification, which means I'll be certified in biology, chemistry, physics, and earth science. I'm also a professional street magician, so that could be an interesting topic to talk about. I've also been on my high school and my college's drum lines, and I've been the drumline captain for a couple of years. I'm a huge fan of Rooster Teeth and everything they have to do. I'm basically a big internet person. Basically anything that's on the internet, I've witnessed in one form or another. So that could also mean I get the word out there somewhere. I'm a Native American fancy dancer. Oh, and I have 2 YouTube channels. I've got my vlog channel, youtube.com/me-my-magical-self, and I've also got a video game commentary channel, Zombie Chris with 2 eyes. So, I think that's about it, and thank you for considering me. Bye.
You talk really fast, and that's a good thing, because it keeps you listening. It is the pauses that bore people, and you don't have a lot of those. I can tell you are a YouTuber already, because you are a very natural speaker. And you have some interesting hobbies there. A magician and a Native American fancy dancer, etc, etc. You are exactly what this contest needs. Who knows? Maybe you and Steven could get together and do some tricks.
Yeah, what's up? My name is Ecology, and the name originated from World of Warcraft. I'm just joking. I'm not gonna do that. The name did originate from World of Warcraft, and it's where I created the name. It was through a randomizer, I think it was. Yeah, randomizer, and I just pieced letters together, and boom, there was the name. I also have a YouTube channel called Ecology X, and I've mainly been working, enjoying life, relaxing, losing people, finding people, lost myself, found myself, stuff like that. I've gone through a midlife crisis at the age of 22. It's kind of impossible. I don't know. It's just me. I'm, yeah. Yeah. Well, anyways, I think it would be fun to do this, and I'm getting close to the end of my recording here, and I hope to. I'll go.
What the hell was that? You're weird. but I like that. You're not going to earn any points for coherency by any means, but you did try to be entertaining, so kudos for that. I just hope you will be able to do more than just weird noises in future episodes if you go on.
How are things with everybody on YouTube? And of course with P3 Shows, the man who's hosting the, as I see, the very first personality contest ever. Especially since it will encourage its competitors to be more productive. And serendipitously, people who are productive can never feel lonely, nor miserable, nor depressed. You may have despised my YouTube Idol performance earlier, but the big ugly fat man from down under his back and ain't giving up. In more recent news, modern video games teaching us a thing or two about economics and even predicting our future. And the spice caffeine, infamous as it may be, isn't as dangerous as it might first seem. Sure, it's toxic, but it takes a hell of a lot to kill a human, and might just as well be the real counterpart to melange.
Hey Rohan. So first of all, you made me laugh, and that's not very easy to do. I'm glad to have you back for a competition in which you actually have a chance. Your YouTube Idol audition was really horrific, but this one is just right. However, one thing I would advise you to is to not roll your eyes when you speak, because it comes off as insecurity. Try to look at the camera or look at the sides every now and then, but don't roll your eyes. There's a difference. Anyways, you talk very eloquently and your accent is beautiful. I'm looking forward to watching your future videos for this show.
Greetings, I am Joey, aka the Mecha Knight, and honestly I would love to participate in this contest. It sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, to start things off, I am a male, I am 25 years old, I actually just recently had my birthday. Actually at a convention, which will actually relate to a little description about myself that is coming up next. My interests include, drawing, collecting figures, and voice acting, which is actually how I found this contest to begin with. And I've actually grown to like to combine my collecting of figures with art via the form of stop motion animation. And I hope to have my own channel started eventually. I'm already part of an existing channel called the Dare to Be Stupid Show, and before I run out of time, the thing I mentioned earlier is that I like to collect Transformers, and I had my birthday at a Transformers convention earlier this year. So that is my introduction.
Hi there, Joey. I think this was a great presentation. You sound very upbeat and friendly. And I can tell you have humor too. You have a firm voice and a steady flow when you speak, which not everyone can do. So I will be excitedly waiting for your upcoming entries.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Well, quite frankly, I've listened to all other audio things on here, and much like anyone else who will audition for this, they will look at them and go, oh god. Oh god. I've got to actually put personality in my video. So here goes my attempt. Well, any age. Am I any age? Nah, I'm 16, soon to be 17. And gender. Can you be any gender? I suppose I could identify as cactus. I'm just joking. I'm male. Or I'm female with a deep voice. I'll let you guys decide. Am I a cactus, male or female? Please read the... I'll be right back. Well, I'm back. I read the instructions. That's pretty fun. So impressions, does it want voice impressions? Like Scoob! Yeah, I think I'm pretty much done. Thank you!
Well, this was not exactly the best presentation I could have imagined. This was very unprepared. You probably should have read the description before starting to record. And you didn't really tell anything about yourself. Sure, I know that you are male, or a cactus, and 16 years old, but I feel that I don't know you anymore after the presentation that I did before. And it's pretty hard to participate in a personality competition if we don't get to know who you are as a person. So on that note, I'm afraid you failed with this.
Hi, I'm Matthew Child, and I agree to all the rules. Let me tell you a little about myself. I'm only 16 years old, and yes, I go and I agree with the rules, and I'm a white male. I have been with the internet for my whole life. Since I'm younger than most people, I've grown up with it. I remember I would go home and play on the computer all day when I got back. I played those, like putt-putt, those type of games. Those were my games, and I loved it. The computer and then YouTube, when I turned 10 years old, YouTube was the big thing for me, and it has been for the last 6 years. I started by watching Let's Plays, and it got me into voice acting, into theater. I love these things now, and I would have never had it due to YouTube not existing. Thank you.
Hi, Matthew. I think you sound very excited and positive, and I like that. You made a good impression, but you take a lot of pauses which I had to edit out, and it ruins the fluidity when you speak. So I would advise you to write down keywords before recording, and it should probably be easier for you to keep a good pace in the future.
Hello, my name is Adolf Dracula. I am a zoologist. In my free time, I am a baby seal poacher. And, working at the zoo makes it all that easier. When I'm not, killing baby seals, I like to go to old folk homes and find people suffering from dementia and just beat the living crap out of them. Oh, and then there's always my charity, Get Down with Downs. That's where I take children who have Down syndrome and I teach them hardcore gangster rap. I don't hold anything back either. We do inwards and all, if I'm going to teach them something, they're going to do it right. Oh, I love pandas. I really hope you consider me for this part and have a nice day and make a friend.
Wow, this is so cool! We're like soulmates. I mean, you kill baby seals, I kill puppies. It's much more fun anyway, because when they're underwater, you can't even hear them scream, and that's a fun part. So you're really missing out, just saying. And seals are like dog mermaids anyway. I can't wait to hear you in the upcoming episodes. I already feel like we have a connection. You seem to be such an admirable person, and you really touched my black little heart. And yeah, make a friend, that's great advice, but could you help me? I've never really understood that friend thingy. How do you get them? I mean, people just keep avoiding me for some reason. I've tried hugging strangers on the street while sniffing them in the ear, but it never works. So please call me at 754 Choke on your mic.
Hello, my name is Iris, and my name simply came from a flower from a vase. I love green, I love chocolate, and my favorite games are the Final Fantasy series. Let's see, I'm very, very bad at introductions, but you will grow to love me. Oh, I feel so much love already.
I'm sorry, this doesn't sound genuine to me. I like that you acknowledged that you are bad at presentations and that you didn't pretend otherwise by dragging it out and just kept it short. But that laughter just made it seem fake. I would advise you to write keywords in the future if you ever do this kind of thing again, and it should probably be easier for you. You do have an awesome voice, but this is not a voice acting contest.
Salutations everyone, I am Jarrett91, also known as Cody. I'm a 24-year-old male who loves music, movies, and video games. In my spare time, I like to write about a variety of different subjects, such as dreams to my own story about demons. My favorite movie series of all time would have to be the Indiana Jones films due to their adventurous spirit, memorable scenes, and likable characters. My favorite characters are Short Round and Henry Jones Sr. I also love to listen to a variety of different musical genres, such as classic rock and some alternative here and there. I am a very friendly individual with a good sense of humor and loves to make people laugh. I also like to review as well. With that said, take care everyone and have a good day.
Well, you sure do sound like a happy and friendly person, because you were talking like this the whole time. At least you didn't sound monotonal, because that is worse. But just tone that down a bit and I think it would sound better. I also think this lacked something. If you say you like to make people laugh, why didn't you try to do that in your presentation? I don't think you put your personality out there as much as you could have done. This sounded more like you were just reading a presentation. That being said, I do see potential for an entertainer in the future.
Thanks for watching. See you soon with the result.